Wait a minute. Hold on. I wasn't live this whole time, and I was talking to myself. Okay. Take two. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Again, my first time using Streamlabs. Did y'all hear my intro? Am I live now? Am I good? Excellent connection. Someone talk to me in chat. Are we good? I have no idea what's going on. I think I clicked go live twice, which then made me... I am so confused right now. Anyways, let's pretend that first intro didn't happen, so take two. So yeah, starting Streamlabs OBS. I want to say hello to everyone in the live chat room. So the first person who was in there is Daniel. Says that he's watching this at midnight, so I guess he's probably asleep by now. So he's going to watch the VOD, so thanks for being here. Nikki, Forge, Miles, and Colleen. Okay, I see and hear you. Found Streamlabs, really confused. Okay, cool. All right, now we're here. Am I laggy? Is the audio in sync? Please let me know. This is my first time trying this. I did a small test last night and seemed to work out well, but you know, when live stuff. Anyways, yeah, what's that link down below? Streamlabs.com/pixelgeek. Please go to it and donate to the Feeding America COVID-19 Response Fund. If you go to that link, you can donate as much as you want. And what I wanted to do was, like, if you donate, I will take your request. But you know what? That wouldn't be fair to people who can't donate. So I'll still take your requests no matter what, if you donate or not. But please, if you can, give to Feeding America's COVID-19 Response Fund. Go to streamlabs.com/pixelgeek. The link is right there. Just type it in. You'll get to this page. And guess what? I posted this link out as a suggestion to people, and look at this person right here. Look who donated already. Let me zoom in. Look at this. Vlad donated $500 already. That guy. So awesome. He's always giving. Man. So thank you again to Vlad for being the first donator. And if you want to join in on this, please, $1, $5, whatever you can give to this problem, this need, please do so. And hopefully when you do donate, it comes up on the stream, because like I'm trying this whole new thing out. I'm not a Twitch streamer, so I don't know what I'm doing, but for example, I can replay this and it'll show up like this. Like if you subscribe to my channel, it'll show up like that. So cool. Yes, Vlad can't stop being a good human. You know why? Because Vlad is a good human. Oh wow, that transition was laggy. How do I Streamlabs first time. Okay. Well, whatever. So yeah, what are we going to be doing today? So I want to show you all how to do some cool advanced interactive interaction stuff with Webflow and take your requests to do something. Okay. The first thing I want to show you is something super important, let me go to this one website. There we go. And okay, cool. All right, so as you can see here, if I refresh this page, see this top bar? So what I did for this, this is one of my wife's clients that I helped with, and she did the design, I did the build, and so one of the things they wanted was, hey, if a natural disaster or some sort of thing happens, we want to post a notice at the top of the page. And obviously, I don't want the client to contact me every time they want a special modal or a special message that shows up at the top of their site on all the pages. So I came up with a way with Webflow collections to let them control that. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. So we're going to make a dynamic notice bar, and I'll show you how to make that come alive. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do, and then I will go ahead and take your requests. But before we jump into building, I want to say again hi to everyone in the chat room. And where are you all coming from? So the Marine from Texas, obviously he's from Texas. I hope all of you are staying safe, washing them hands, and moisturizing them. I have lotion now at my desk because I get some dry hands because I'm washing them all the time. Not sponsored. I just like Aveeno. Yeah, and staying indoors, staying home. This affects us all. I can't say that enough. We are all bound together chemically. It's the whole 6 degree, like you've probably heard of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon or something. Well, I mean, everyone is connected to everyone, and it's more apparent than ever. Everyone relies on everyone. And you don't realize it until something is taken away from you. And now the whole world is experiencing it. This isn't something fake. This is not something that was concocted by like some secret organization. This is real. We are all just cells, atoms, and whatnot. And everyone affects everyone. I don't know how else to explain it. All right? So take care of each other. And it's the easiest thing to do. Stay home. Okay, easy is relative. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Easy is relative. But, I mean, as much as possible, please stay home. This week I was nervous going out just to get groceries, and that was the first time I ever experienced that. And, you know, this is doing these streams, teaching people, and just building stuff on Webflow is my happy place. And so thank you all for being here and helping me be happy. I hope these streams, I hope my videos make you happy as well, because you need an outlet, and this is my outlet. All right, so where's everyone from? Space Coast, Florida. Oh, really can't wait to see the Crew Dragon of SpaceX fly those two brave astronauts to the International Space Station. That's going to be an amazing thing to watch. We got Northeast UK, New Jersey, Chicago, London, Pittsburgh, Malaysia, 1 a.m. Yasmin, thank you so much for being here, 1 a.m. Bent, hi, Pixel Geek, just started with Webflow, web design, and found you. You're giving a lot. Oh, I'm glad. Welcome to the no-code community. Kia, where's your dog? He is downstairs with my wife and kid. So, again, much props to my wife for giving me this time. It's been tough to find any free time to do a hobby, especially when you have children. So, Kansas City, nice. Copenhagen, France. Whoa. So many people, awesome. All right, let's do this. I want to teach. Let's go. From Texas, but in Tampa, Florida. Oh, Florida. I'm so I'm glad there's finally a staying home or something order from the governor. Yeah, hopefully everything goes well. Stay safe, everyone. Let's get Catalunya. I don't know where Catalunya is. Colombia. Nice. All right, here we go. Let's build. And again, streamlabs.com/pixelgeek. Donate if you want to the Funding America COVID Fund. All right, here we go. First thing I want to do is let's go ahead and create a collection. Okay, so this, I would suggest if you have a client site, do this for them. It'll make their days brighter, okay? Because if they want to put out an emergency message, this will help them out, and they can do it on their own. So let's just call this, we'll call this notice, okay? And we'll rename name to, let's make this temp name, okay? Because they don't really need, we're not going to even show the name field for this. We're not going to even have a slug. It's just some sort of title. Actually, yeah, let's name it title instead. Title. All right, so let's go ahead and use plain text. And this plain text, that's going to be the message at the top. And you'll want to keep it short. Something like, let's make a max character of 140. All right. And so you don't want to give your client a whole like 3 paragraphs of space for that top bar. That'll just be a bad user experience. So limit it to 140, and we'll call this the notice message. Okay. So that after that, we can now it's up to you. I'm thinking in my head, if they click on that top bar, they have 2 choices. Either open it in a modal, or it goes to that template page with that dynamic data. So let's think about this. In a modal, I would give them the option to put an image. So modal image, something that conveys the message in the modal. And then after that, I'm going to add some plain text, and let's call it short message. So this is just going to be the short message in the modal. And then after that, I'm going to add a rich text, because this will show up on the actual page. If, like, say you want a modal and then you have a button from the modal that goes to actual more details. So I'm going to say, so notice details. So this is like where all the information goes. Okay. And yeah, that's it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Create collection. Actually, sorry. One more thing. I want to have a switch. Turn on. Should this notice be on? Save field. Okay, so that's a switch. So that's going to let your client turn this on and off without you having to make it. Can you all see my screen? Ria says unsharp, very unsharp. Not sure what you mean by that. Okay, I'm going to add 5 dummy items and delete 4 of them because I only need 1. So I'm going to select. And let me get the longest one. Okay, delete those. All right, so in here, it's our fake notice message, fake notice title, fake notice message, and then a short message. Actually, I should make that longer. Let me get Lipsum Pro. Let me get 3 sentences. Hey, ooh, that's too long. Well, let me just. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Okay, cool. refresh your image quality on YouTube. Happened to me too. Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you're watching the stream, there's a little cog or something if you hover on the YouTube video, and try to do it 1080p. Try maximizing your browser and zooming in a bit. Oh yeah, up it to 1080 on the stream. Anyways, so we're back here. So we'll leave this on, and we have all of our placeholder content. So we're saving, and we're done. Okay, so we've created a collection. So what we've done is set up what the data our client can add in to this notice. Okay, now let's go ahead and actually build the notice bar. So first thing I'm going to do is drag in a collection list. Okay, and I'm going to pull from the notices collection. Okay, and also for the collection list wrapper, I'm going to go to the settings, and I'm going to use filter. Okay, I'm going to add a filter, and I'm going to look for, should this notice be on? And if it's on, then show it. So I'm going to save, and there we go. So this gives us the option to say, if the notice is off, then nothing will show inside of this collection list wrapper. If notice is on, then we're going to show it. All right. So here we go. Roger says, use the word modal. That's not a word in the Webflow interface. Okay, so modal or Lightbox. Yeah, I'll make sure to say Lightbox from now on. Okay, now inside of the collection list item, I'm going to drag in a div block. And now we can go ahead and style this however we want. I'm going to give this a name of notice wrapper. And we're going to give it some padding. So I'm going to hold shift and drag from the top. Give it padding like 20 on all sides. Give it text align center. We'll make it bold. So this is up to you, however you want to style it. I'm going to give this like a yellow, ooh, that's not yellow. Okay, like a yellow caution. Something like that. Okay. And also, let's go ahead and set this to position fixed, because I want this stuck at the top. I want people to know about this notice as there's no matter where they scroll. Okay. So we're going to click top, and there we go. And we're going to set the z-index to like 999999. Okay, so that means when it's the z-index is 9999, that means it's on top of anything else. Okay. Now let's go ahead and put in. Wait, I think I need to do one more thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and put in, make this display flex, and we're gonna center it, and also center it so it's aligned centered and justified centered. And let's go ahead and put in a text block. So, wait, I think I need text link because it needs to link to something. Yeah, my bad. So let me delete that. I'm going to drag in a text link instead. Okay, and this text link, we're going to leave the URL as is. We're going to leave everything as is, except right here. So get text from notices, and this is going to bind to notice message. All right. And then after that, let's go ahead and style this link. So I'm going to call this notice link, and we don't want that default blue. So let's give it simple black, no underline. And again, the styling is up to you. This is your call. Okay. All right. But we also want a way to close this. We can't have it up there all the time. Okay. So let's go ahead and let me see here. What do I want to put? Let's put an X. Let's put an X for closing, okay? So actually, we can just do a simple text link that says close. So I'm going to put another text link, and I'm going to close that and just call this close. And we'll call this notice close. Remove the underline. Let's make this a little bit gray. And we'll go ahead and move this away from the other thing. Also like that. So I have 20 padding in and margin 20 because I want to add a border on the left so people know that these are two different things. Okay, so there we go. So it looks like this. So when people press close, this notice wrapper goes away. If people click this, then a Lightbox or Modal shows up. So this notice right here, let's go ahead and do our first interaction to close this. Okay, so close. I'm going to click on notice close, interaction, plus mouse click. On the first click, we're going to start an animation, press plus, close notice bar. Okay, so we're calling this close notice bar. So this close button, or this close link, is the trigger. And now we want to affect something else. So now I'm going to click on the notice wrapper, go to timed actions, and click on hide and show, and simply do a display none. And that's it. And so if I preview this and click close, there we go. Okay. All right. Now, what happens when we open this notice link? We want to show a modal. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to drag in a div block inside of the collection item. And we're going to call this notice Lightbox or Modal, your call. And we're going to set this to flex, center, center, because the elements within this is going to be centered on the page. We're going to position this fixed, and we're going to use full. And we're going to set the z-index to like a couple of 9s. So I just put a bunch of 9s in here. And then the background color is going to be black, but only 75% on the alpha. All right. So this is on top of everything else. Now let's go ahead and put another div block. So we're making, all we're doing is making a custom Lightbox right now. So we're making that. And I'm going to call this notice Lightbox content. And let's give the max width of this something like 550, and then flex child expand. Looks good. And we're going to give this padding on all sides something like 40. And do we want to center all the text? Yeah, we can center all the text if we want. Yeah. Background color is going to be white. And for style points, you know, round out the edges. And even more style points, add a box shadow. Not full black, probably just a little bit, like 50%. Blur it all the way. And actually a little bit more down. There we go. So it feels like it's floating on top. Okay, it has a shadow. And there we go. So style points right there. And now the rest of the data from our collection will go in here. So let's go ahead and drag in an image. This image is going to come from modal image. There we go. Alt text is going to come from the title. And let's go ahead and call this notice image. That way we can go ahead and push this down. So we're going to add more content. And that content is going to have the paragraph and that paragraph is going to be pulled from the short message. All right. And then lastly, we have the button that actually goes to the actual notice page. Okay. And we can click that purple box, purple page, which goes to the collection page, and send it to current notice. And this button will read on or learn more, whatever you want. Okay. And we can push this notice button away from the paragraph a little bit. And there we go. Okay. And let's go ahead and put one more thing. We need a close. You can't just let people see this and then next thing you know, there's no way to close it. So we need to do a close. So I'm going to do a text link. And, you need to go lower. So do I need to make this? Okay, we're good. So this text link, close notice Lightbox, display block, so it's on its own row, and style this however you want. Don't make it hard for people to find this. All right. Close window. Okay. Hey, 20G Creative and Cool Johnny. Yeah. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. And if you want to donate to the funding Feeding America COVID-19 Response Fund, please go to streamlabs.com/pixelgeek. Alert box show up. All right. Close window. And so now we want to close this. So when this is open, how do we close it? So again, just like we did with that other close button, element trigger, start animation, close notice Lightbox. And so this is the trigger. And now what do we want to affect? We want to affect this notice Lightbox plus hide and show none. Cool, cool. All right, so I'm going to close this. And let's also style this notice Lightbox. Since we're done with this and we want to keep editing our page, we need to make it go away. So how do you do that? Display none. Okay. Oh, sweet. It worked. Bents. Cool. Thanks for subscribing. How come it's not showing up on my mini feed? Oh well. Sweet. All right. So after that, how do we open the Lightbox? Okay. So we've learned how to close the two things, but how do we open it? So I'm going to go to my notice link, and remember the link goes nowhere. It's just a pound sign. We're going to click on interactions plus mouse click. First click, start animation, and call it open notice Lightbox. And so this is the trigger. What do we want to affect? We're going to affect notice Lightbox, press plus, hide and show. Now, instead of doing display block, we want to do display flex, because if I do display block, it looks like this. If I do display flex, then it's correct. Okay, so we do display flex. And I think that's about it. Yeah. So let's go ahead and preview it. Okay. So we have our notice up here. We can close it and it's gone. But if I preview again, it's there. If I open this, there we go. And then if I want to read on and see more information about this notice, I can. And I can design my collection page however I want with the data that is in the collection. Just like making any other blog page. And if I want to close this, I can. Close this, I can. So this gives your client the power to, again, go into the Webflow CMS editor and turn it on and off. So let me show you example of that real quick. Thanks for the great content. My pleasure, Bence. Thanks for subscribing. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the editor. Okay, so this is the Webflow CMS editor. If your client logs in, like this is their site, right? And they're like, oh, let me turn this notice off right now. Let me turn it off. Okay, so, ooh, I need to fix that. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Let me go back to the designer. So what shows up if there is no items? Well, I have to make sure that I designed this empty state to be display none. And there we go. That should do it. Let me publish it. Go back to the editor. Okay, so pretend this is your client's site, okay? And so you would instruct them, hey, if you have an emergency message that you want to get out on all of your pages, go to collections, go to the notices collection, and add a new notice. And they would fill out everything, and then pretend they filled it out, and this is all their information. And then, yay, another subscriber, Vitally. So should this notice be on? This is the biggest part, okay? So they turn it on, save, publish, and that's it. Now your clients, again, can do this on their own without having to call you whenever something happens, okay? Now, these are just the basics. You can take this to do other things, but please use it for good. Use this power for good. I know some people are probably going to use it for ads, newsletter signups, or whatever, but please, use this for good stuff. Okay, for example, like this pandemic that's happening right now, and a lot of people I see that they're putting on their website a paragraph of text saying how they're going to how their company is changing due to this pandemic. And I think this is an easier way to do it, where you just have a toolbar at the top. We can keep going with this. We can animate this however we want. We can style the actual notice content page. Let me know what you want to do from here on out. Yeah, we got about an hour and 15 minutes. So if you have any suggestions for what I should build next, I saw some stuff on my what is that? On my community page on YouTube. Yeah, I got 9 requests. And please, when you request, donate to the streamlabs.com/pixelgeek. Donate to that fund. Let's see how that's doing, though. /pixelgeek. How do I know who did what? I don't know. Okay, well, I don't know how this works. Streamlabs. All right, so let's see here. Let's see. Would love to learn custom cursors. Ooh, custom cursors. There's already Jorg, if you're watching this, there's already a tutorial on the Webflow blog, but I'll send that to you in the reply. Adding multiple pictures. Oh yeah, I already replied to that. Okay. I hope to see videos to implement snippets from CodePen. Okay, I need an example of that. All right. Let's see what's in chat room. Nelson, custom animation to apply to another element, right? The quick animations and the pull down, start an animation can be applied to the trigger. Okay, yeah. So the difference. Oh, my donation didn't show up. I don't know how this works. All right. But thank you so much for donating if you did. I wish it would show up. I'll figure this out soon. Because it's supposed to look like this. Here's a test. Here's a test. It's supposed to show up like that. So that's fake. Anyways. The difference between for Paul, the difference between quick effects and starting a custom animation. So let me just create something real quick. We'll have a heading, and then we'll have a button. Okay, and so this is the trigger button. So the trigger button, and we want to affect the heading. So the difference between quick effects, it can only affect the element that you're on. It cannot affect another element. Okay, here's what I mean. For this trigger button, I can click on plus, and we'll do mouse hover, and I can do these quick effects, okay, like a pop, and that's it. So if I preview, okay, and notice how it's not affecting this. If I want this, if I click on this and I want it to affect this with the quick effect, that is not possible. You would have to create the effect from scratch. For example, if I remove this mouse hover, click on heading, actually no, click on trigger button, and we'll do mouse hover, start an animation, and heading wiggle. You know, now I have to click on heading, the target element that I want to affect, and then I can do the wiggles. Ooh, this is not, whatever. So, but you know what I mean. So there's that. And so if I press preview, or yeah. So that's the difference between quick effects. Okay, so quick effect again only affects the element that you're adding the trigger on. Custom effects lets you add the animation to the element that you have the trigger on, or anything else. Okay, so you have more customization with the custom animations, whereas quick effects is just something for something quick, like you want something to slide in as you're scrolling down. Okay. The alert is connected to that Streamlabs link. I think it is. I thought it was. If it's not, I'm super sorry. Super sorry, Circuits, but thank you so much. Let me look. Streamlabs. Because it said the query string right here is alert streamer, and I'm guessing that's tied to me somehow. But if you did donate, thank you so much. I wish they had a most recent or something like that. And my mini feed right here on my Streamlabs isn't really working, so I'm confused. But thank you, Circus. Thank you so much for donating. Let's see here. Do you have a preference? Buy me a coffee or Streamlabs? So, 20G Creative, Streamlabs is for the COVID fund. I don't feel right asking for donations directly to myself right now. Because there's other people who need it more than I. Okay? What if you log into Streamlabs? Let me try. Log in. Through my YouTube. Oh, it just lets me donate through my own username. So I don't know. But let's just keep moving. What would you suggest as a resource way to learn Webflow web design for a beginner? I'm trying to copy and learn from Webflow Showcase, copy and understand. Sometimes like a rather aimless journey without proper guide through. Great question, Bence. So the answer is just build things. You'll never know what you'll stumble upon as far as new knowledge until you just click all the buttons. And I've said this before, I am not a master at Webflow. I am just someone who has constantly been clicking things and being a crazy super fan of Webflow since 2013. And that's it. And just like any other athlete or any other musician or creative person, it's just messing up and failing and learning from each of those failures many, many times over. So it feels like an aimless journey. It still feels like an aimless journey. There's so many things I haven't played around with Webflow because it's growing so fast that I don't have time to play around with. Things like all the e-commerce stuff, all the new features, all the new features that have came. I haven't played around with symbol. What is it? The symbols. The custom symbols. I haven't played around with that yet. Man, there's so many things. So just keep clicking, and you'll get to a point. But watch video tutorials. Ask questions on the Webflow forums, on the Webflow subreddit, on the Webflow page or Facebook page. Ask people in the chat room. There's so many people who want to help other people. Ask on Twitter. Just keep asking questions. Keep showing people what you're trying to build. Use Dribble, Behance, or whatever, and say, you know what? Let me try to rebuild that static image as a functioning Webflow project. That's what I've done a couple of times. So just keep clicking and keep failing. All right? You can't win without losing. All right. Off my soapbox. When you're sitting down to create. So honestly, doing this, I just thought about it in the shower. And I've been using Webflow for a long time that I'm like, all right, maybe I should do it like this. So a lot of times when I'm building in my head first. And then I try to do it in Webflow. If things get too complicated, then I make a wireframe on paper. So, yeah, that's how I do things. Can you animate the notice bar so it's like a ticker tap so it scrolls the whole message? That one I think might take a while to show how to demo it, but I've done a marquee video. I'm gonna have to find it, but it's in my library of tutorials. Just a scrolling marquee. So good question, Jason. Colleen, how do you come up with concepts? Break them down. Wait a minute, isn't this chat box supposed to show up here? I don't know how to do the things. The chat box is supposed to show up right here. Whatever. Okay, so how do you come up with concepts, break them down, and implement? When I come up with concepts, I just see stuff on Dribble or see something that someone else has made. I'm like, let me try that. So I'm not really much of a concept person when it comes to design. I like to just build. Vince and Waldo are very helpful on Webflow. Yes, Vince and Waldo, super helpful people. Super helpful. A lot of people in the Webflow QA team and on the customer support team are actually from community forums or from the Webflow community first and became super fans and applied to be part of the Webflow team. So the Webflow team is full of people just like you and I. Okay, love your passion. Thank you so much, Bents. Just keep clicking. Components / instance of a symbol. Yes, I haven't played with that yet. Abu Bakar 95. You had created a mega navbar for SpaceX using Flexbox, but then you said you won't be using it again, instead using Grid. Could you make a video in the future for a mega navbar drop-down menu? Okay. Ooh, challenge. I think I can do this. We have an hour. So, mega menu with Grid. Let's try this. Abu. Okay, so I'm going to drag in a navbar component, and I'm going to drag in a drop down from there. Okay, I'm going to put that inside the nav menu. There we go. So, okay, whatever. Let's add a drag. Drop down. There you are. All right, so this drop down should open on hover. And let me see here. If I go like this. Okay, that's what I want. All right, cool. So let's make this a mega menu. So see, this is just me trying to figure it out on the fly. And this is what I usually do. If someone's like, oh, can you make a mega menu? All right, well, I don't know. Can I? Well, let's see. I'll use container as position relative. And then this drop-down list, I'm going to open it. In this one, when it's open. Okay, I have to drop down list. There we go. I want to make sure that I have the selector with the green selector of open. So I have to create a class name for it. Position absolute. And this is relative to container 2. That's good. Let's see if I can. Ooh, okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'll figure this out. 60 pixels. Yeah, 60 pixels from the top with 100%. That didn't do it. 960. Nope. What do I want? Drop down menu. Drop down menu is position relative. I don't want that. I want that static. Because this has to be related to this. That's relative too. I don't want that. Static. Trying to figure it out. We can do this. Okay, there we go. So what I did was this drop-down menu is pre-styled. Is a pre-styled Webflow component. And so, oh my God, you don't see my screen. I'm going to start again. Let's pretend that didn't happen because you know what? I figured it out behind the scenes. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to drag in a navbar. And I'm going to put a drop down into the navbar. Okay, so right here. All right. So this drop down, open menu. And with the drop down list selected, we're going to call this DD for drop down. And notice how it adds open. Don't feel guilty asking questions. This is the stream for questions. This is good. And I like challenges. So this is open. And now we want to make sure that this is position absolute. I want to make sure that this is targeted to container. So what I have to do is go to its parents. So drop down. It's pre-styled, so it has relative. So I'm going to set that as static. Okay. And notice how it got wider. The reason why it got wider is because now it's relating to nav menu, which again is pre-styled with relative. So I'm going to set this to static. Okay. And then this container right here, I want to set this to relative. So that way, when this drop down opens, it's going to target container 3. So position absolute, I'm going to go to top left. This is what I want. All right. Now, I don't want that on top of everything, so I'm going to give this a position top of 60. Okay. And then now we basically have a container for a mega menu. Now it's just up to you how you want to style this. So I'm going to add a grid inside of this. Press, and I don't know, we can do 4 columns of things. 4 columns, 1 row. And we can drag in each of these into the grid and do whatever the heck we want with it. Like this grid can have some padding, and then each of these links could be, oh, look at that. That's weird. Each of these links can, let's not give it a margin. Again, a lot of stuff when you drag in a Webflow component, it's pre-styled with a bunch of CSS that you have to override. Okay, so drop down link. And there we go. So style this however we want. Up to you. So basically you have a mega menu. So the basics of it is get the Webflow drop down. Let's close this real quick. Here we go. Get the Webflow drop down and have it target the container. Okay? Have it target the container. And to do that, you would have to set drop down and the nav menu to position static and set the container to position relative. So that way, when this is position absolute, when it's open, it's targeting right here relative to container 3. And then just drag in a grid or a div, whatever you want to make your beautiful mega menu, and boom, there you go. So I'm showing you the basics so you can take this and grow from it. This is the seed. Now plant that thing and make that grow. Good question. Next. And again, sorry for not showing my screen. I get excited when I hear a challenge. Someone's like, can you do this? Yes, I can. Oh, let me do it right now. I gotta slow down. Okay. I've seen my chats popping up on your screen lamp. Screen lamp in the light yellow font. What? Not sure. Yeah. Any other questions? Cool. Yes, very cool. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. What was another thing? Didn't I have a tweet about this and then people responded what they want? Hold on. I'm gonna go look for that tweet. I should have made a list. Have you ever done something with breadcrumb preset / example? Breadcrumb. Need an example. Send me a link. Where is that? Okay, there we go. I found the tweet. Let's see here. Let's say you have a collection list of food products. As you hover over the product, items only with the text. In the list, it shows the product images and place on another place on the screen. Far away from the collection wrapper itself. Not sure what you mean. Steven, are you doing the Squarespace gallery example today, or is that another time? Steven, because you donated through my Buy Me a Coffee page, I'm making a dedicated video for you, and it'll be put on my YouTube channel. Okay, Super Arthur, main menu, submenu, page. Main menu, submenu, page. Yeah, I haven't tried breadcrumbs. I know that the Webflow University does breadcrumbs. Like if I go here, there's breadcrumbs right here. Let's see, if I go to intro, I think these are, man, I know someone did a clonable. Oh, Matthew did a video on it. I gotta learn it. See, there's a lot of stuff I don't know yet. I've never had a client ask for breadcrumbs, to be honest. I've been doing just basically brochure type on marketing sites or nonprofit sites. So maybe Matthew's in our QA team. Breadcrumbs, clonable. Oh, it's on our blog too. How to build, by Matthew. Okay. So, yeah. The Webflow recipe. Yeah, they're just references. All right. I need to learn this. But if you want the link, here you go. Logan, you're not late. You're here on time. Thanks for being here. Same with you, Hillary from Portland. Yes. Both of you are not late. Let's see here. Forge. Any way to have the drop down slide down? Yeah. I'm guessing you're talking about this. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out together. So my brain is already thinking when I hover on drop down, this slides down. So I'm going to add an interaction where this is mouse hover, start animation, and slides down. Oh, wait. Now I know what you want. Okay, I got you. Menu 1 appear. Okay. So what I'm going to do is for DD open, I'm going to set this overflow to hidden, and I'm going to set the height to 0. I'm basically doing an accordion. This is just like an accordion where you start from 0, and then when you interact with something else, like a FAQ page or something, you click on the question, and then it opens up like this. Okay? So how do you do this? Well, right here. The element needs overflow hidden so it can do this slide down thing. And we're going to start, actually, we're going to keep the height as auto for now. Now, this drop down needs a trigger, and I'm going to use mouse hover, and I created a new animation. And now I want to affect this DD, all right? And so I'm going to set this to size. So I'm going to add a size, and I'm going to set this as initial state. So what this means is when the page first loads, what does DD look like? And I'm going to say the height is 0. So when you first load the page, the height is 0. And now to make that animation of the height grow, I'm going to set the size, another step, the height to auto. Okay? And we can choose the easing to like outquint. And there you go. So preview. There you go. Oh, so that's how to turn it on. Now, how do you turn it off? All right, so we need the opposite interaction. So I'm going to close this, and we're still on drop down. So on hover out, I'm going to start animation. I'm going to duplicate menu appear, and then go into it and rename it hide, and delete that second step. And for DD size, I'm going to turn off initial state, because this is what we want the thing to do after we hover out. We don't want this as initial state. We already have the initial state on the appear. And then ease out, quint, preview, on, off, on, off. Boom, done. Great question. Forge. Abu, when you are designing on Webflow, it looks different in the edit and preview mode. Do we emphasize on the preview mode? It looks... so things do look different. The reason why is because the canvas size gets smaller, because all of the Webflow UI is on when you're editing. But when you press preview, all of those Webflow UI, except for this top bar right here, goes away. So you're seeing the full width based on your browser window size. You're seeing the full width of your project. All right. So that's the difference. And FYI, sometimes if things aren't working in your project and you're like, preview is not doing the thing. Why isn't it doing the thing? Well, sometimes the Webflow preview mode doesn't work. You know, there's just so many things happening in the background that it's hard to understand. Hey, Tom, thanks for subscribing. So many things are happening in the background. So press publish and test your project on the actual webflow.io link. So that way, ooh, wait. What? Doesn't work. What happened? So that's what I mean. So why is it work here? Oh, open menu on hover. There we go. Let's try this again. See, that's what I mean. This is the real test right here. Okay, there we go. See? Huh. It's not doing that. It doesn't seem... Ugh. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Close delay. Yeah, let's do a close delay of like 500 milliseconds. And so the close delay means like, I want that animation to happen before it closes. Aha! There we go. Much smoother. Cool. So yeah, pro tips. Finally made it to a live stream. Yay, Summer, you're here. Okay. Do you ever give access to the designer for a client to create new pages? Okay, so yes, for my type of clients. So my type of clients are usually graphic designers or startup or startup CEOs or IT people who already have a design and just need it built. And then once I'm done with it, I transfer that whole project to them. With a notice, with a caveat saying, if you break the design, that's all on you. All right? This is the keys to your kingdom. This is your project. This is what you paid for. If you break it, I will help fix it, but for a charge. My wife has clients. Her type of clients are nonprofits, small female entrepreneur, small business entrepreneurs who are mainly females, that need a marketing type of site. And so what she does is she keeps their sites on her account and uses and then direct bills them. She doesn't use client billing. So Webflow gives you the option, the flexibility to handle your client's projects however you feel is necessary. If for your clients that are used to WordPress, where they're like, I want to add a new page, the reason why the Webflow CMS editor and the Webflow design tool have a huge line in the sand that says, hey, clients can only do this, but yet the designers can do everything, is because you don't want your clients to create a new page and let them put elements anywhere you want, because that making a new page with a completely different layout is, you need to put some thought into it. You need some art direction. You need some design thinking. You need some UX thinking. It's not just, I'm going to place anything anywhere. I mean, if anyone can place anything anywhere, then we might as well go back to MySpace or GeoCities, right? So if they want to add a new page, charge them for a new page, because you're taking the time to make sure that the page completely tells the story of what your client is trying to convey and helps the users understand where to click and helps those users convert to what your clients are trying to do. Okay, so it's good that Webflow doesn't give clients the ability to create new static pages, but they can create new dynamic pages, meaning stuff like blog posts, because they all fit into that template, that design that you create, and they can just put in data through the CMS editor, and they don't break anything. All right. Eli, hi, welcome back. Always great to watch the live streams. Always great to see you. Tom, love your videos. Thanks again for subscribing, Tom. Richard, this is awesome. Is it possible to create a slider that is triggered by any clickable element? Also, can you shout out my wife? Her name is Diva. She's sitting next to me and would freak out. Hi, Diva. Don't freak out. Wash your hands. Let's see here. Create a slider that is triggered by any clickable element. Okay. So you have a Webflow slider. I'm guessing this is what you want. So you have a Webflow slider. However, in order to advance or go to the previous slide, you want another element to do it. I'm thinking this takes custom code, but let's take a look. I mean, this is slide 1, copy, paste. This is slide 2. Honestly, I have no idea. So, right now, when you click on any of these arrows, it makes the slider do the thing. Oh gosh, I'm not showing my screen. Okay, so I have slide 1, slide 2. And so, these arrows do the thing. How can I make it where I have a button somewhere else in the world? Like here. Let's put it inside the container. 2 buttons. Let's say previous, next. Okay, and let's give this a class name of next and this a class name of previous. I'm thinking it's custom code. I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's see. Will this work? So I'm thinking we use a simple jQuery called trigger. I'm going to go here to the custom code and say script, close script. And then, oh, wait. Save this. I need to name these arrows. So I'm going to call this left, call this right. Because when I click on this, I want to send a signal to the browser to say, hey, make a click on this thing called left. And if you click on next, click on this thing called right. All right, so that's what I'm doing in my head, and I'm hoping that it works. So if I click on prev, whatever, on click, do something. That's what function means. Do something. So on click, do something. And this is find left and make a trigger. And the trigger is going to be click. All right. Copy and paste. And this one will be next. And this will be right. Things never work on the first try. If they do, I'm gonna be so surprised. All right, I'm gonna click it. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I thought it was going to be tougher. I really thought it wouldn't work, but it did. So what did we do? Hold on, sneeze. Okay, I'm back. Okay. What did we do? So I made an element called previous, and another element called next, and I named them in the selector. I named this left and this right. In the custom code, I use jQuery to say, for the element with a class name of previous, on click, do something. What that something is find an element with a class name of left and send a trigger signal of click. And I just did the same thing with next and right. Okay. And if you see this period means class. If I change it to like just previous, like this, now it's looking for an HTML element called previous, but there is none. Okay. So if you do period, that's class. If you do pound or hash, then it's looking for an ID. Okay, but we're looking for a class name or a selector name, and so that's period. Save it, publish it, test it on your published page, and there you go. Where can I get this code? You know what? I'll let you guys clone this when I'm done with the stream. I'll put the link to the clonable in the YouTube description. Stefan's here, everyone. Say hi. Hillary Rose, can you tie each button to a specific slide? Oh, these challenges. Yes, you can. Ooh, I show you. Check this out. This is going to take some code. It has been answered on the Webflow forums, but I want to try to demo it for you right now. So let's add another slide. Slide 3. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we want to do a trigger click on one of the slide nav dots. So as you can see here, these control which slide you're going to. So if we can figure out let's see. If we can figure out how to do that, if we can figure out a trigger click for these, all we're doing is saying, if you click on slide 1, I want you to click on this dot. If you click on slide 2, I want you to click on this dot. That's all it's doing. Right? So okay. How do I do this? Remove class. I'm gonna call this slide 1. Remove class. Call this slide 2. Remove class. Call it slide 3. And again, before I go on, where is it? That way. Okay, cool. See that link? Streamlabs.com/pixelgeek. Go to it. Donate to Feeding America COVID-19 Fund. Please do that. Please give at a time like this. This is kind of like a telethon or something. Yeah, it's a fundraiser. Wait. Okay, cool. Okay, so how do we do this? Slide 1. So it's just going to act like these, but I have to find the dots. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to call this slide nav, and I'm going to publish for now because I want to see the code that Webflow produces. Refresh. I'm going to right click on one of the dots, inspect. When I inspect, I see all of this wonderful stuff that may be confusing, but the more you do this, the more you'll understand. So we have slider dots. Okay. So there's a way in jQuery to count dynamically how many slider dots. So I want to, let's see here, because you can't give a class name to each of these. So I'm going to take slider dot. I'm going to take that class slider dot and put it into my code. I'm just going to put this here for now, just as a reference. And I'm going to copy this. And let's try slide -1. So whenever you put a space inside of your selector name, Webflow replaces that space with a dash. And if you ever have capital letters in your selector name, Webflow makes them lowercase. So FYI, that's what Webflow does behind the scenes when you click on that publish button. Well, one of the things. So when I click on the slide 1 button, do something. So I want to click on slider dot. Now, if you do this, the browser will be like, I don't know which slider dot you're talking about, so I'm just going to click on all of them. So you have to make it more apparent which dot it's clicking on. So it's jQuery, or no, CSSEG or something. Index of element, index of class. One of these things. Inth of type rather than as classes. One of these things. I'm gonna try. Oh, okay. So it's just as simple as it. Oh, yay, Alex! Thanks for subscribing. So I'm guessing is this. Okay, let me just try it for yourself. So this is the second paragraph. Okay, cool. So the first, if I go like that, yep. Okay, so I'm going to take this nth child. Not sure if it's going to work, but we can do this right here. See, nth child 1. Let's check this out. So we're finding a class name of slider dot, W slider dot, but we're trying to find the first one. And then if we do find it, click it. Save, publish. Ayodeji, hopefully I said your name right. Nice to see you too. All right, refresh. I'm going to go to slide 2. Or slide 2. Again, if this works, whoa. But I don't expect it to work. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm 2 for 2. Let's go. Oh, man. Okay, so now that we know it works, we can just do the same thing. Copy, paste. This is slide 2. This is slide 3. This is child 2. This is child 3. Save. Publish. Refresh. Slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 1. Two. Great challenge, Hillary. Thank you. Abe, what is the best way to learn about custom code? Again, trying and failing. Stack Overflow, Google, this page right here, W3 Schools, W3, I've typed in full sentence questions inside of Google, and most of the time I get the answer I'm looking for. How do you do this thing? And then someone out in the World Wide Web has that same question. So just ask. Ask on the forums. Ask on the Webflow subreddit, Facebook page, on Twitter. The community wants to help. So there we go. Let's see here. Abu, I'm so annoying. You're not annoying. But how do you create a slider that has arrows and the bottom circles to be located on the left-hand side, vertically aligned? I mean, this is all about styling now. This isn't custom code. Like, if I want, I can. Let's see here. This slider is position relative. I mean, I can just position absolute like that, and make sure that it has no margin at the top or bottom, and then it's display flex vertical, and I want to make sure the height is, there you go. I've now pushed it to the side. It's all a trial and error. Just break stuff. Just keep breaking stuff, and you can move these arrows wherever you want. Again, just break stuff. It's up to you. Richard, how can we track that click? Now that gets into like Google Analytics, events tracking, or Mixpanel. You would need to get a Google Analytics account and track those clicks. Thank you, Sean. You're amazing as well. Let's see here. Tom, do you have any tips for creating a CMS filter, e.g. filter by category? Yes. Here's a tip that everyone should use. Local San Diegan JetBoost. Actually, I'm going to be using this in a future project. And I think this is a good segue into what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, so JetBoost has a way to do on-page real-time search, where you're like just typing in stuff, or dynamic filters for like e-commerce or even a job board. It's simple stuff. So jetboost.io. I'm going to put that link in the chat. Fish, where can I copy the code? I will put a link to the clonable project of this after we're done with the stream. I'm going to put it in the description. So stay tuned. So JetBoost, check it out. I've been thinking about this idea for a long time, but never went through it. I was like, I don't know if I should do this. But now that this whole pandemic is happening and people are losing their jobs, I'm like, I think this is the right time to do it. So, a no-code job board, projects, webflow.com/design. So I took a JetBoost clonable template, and this is what I'm trying to find time to do. And what I want to do is have a job board, a simple job board, where real honest humans connect with other honest humans to get a job done or get some training for no-code skills. Okay, so how it's going to work is if a client wants to post a project on this board, they would have to first pay $5. All right. So the reason why to pay $5 is because to filter out people who are not serious about the project that they need done. Okay. If someone has $5 for a project, then that means that they'll actually have a real budget for a project. So this is not like a Fiverr or something. This is not like other things. This is not Craigslist. This is like real. I want real people on this. So if a client wants to post something, they have to pay $5. And to prove that they're real, they have to record a video and post it on YouTube explaining the project, which is basically the same thing you'd be doing anyways when you're talking to a prospective client, when you have that first video call or that first phone call of, okay, so you're meeting each other, trying to figure out if you really like the project that you feel that you're a good fit for, and that client thinks that you're a good fit for it. So so instead of just taking that time, it's like, as a no-coder, I want to see this person. I want to see if this person's legit. And so they have to post a video explaining what needs to be done. As you, the no-coder, if you want to go through these projects, if you want to contact one of these clients and bid for the project, you also have to pay $5. This is a one-time fee for everyone. Okay, this is not like $5 a month. This is not $5 per contact. No, this is $5 just to filter out the people who aren't serious about, who aren't real. Okay, so I'm looking for real, honest people. And so when you create your profile, you also have to make a video explaining why you like no code, explaining the other projects you've done. Okay, so it's kind of like, now that I think about it, it's kind of like Tinder or something for no code. But it's not like swiping right anyways. But I just want real people. So, and then the client gets to choose which coder to work with. And to start this, I'm going to just start adding people that I know are real people like you who are in the chat room right now. I want to add you in this for free to get this going. So if you're interested, DM me on my Twitter account at the Pixel Geek, and I'll add you to this collection. And I want to find, because people ask me, hey Nelson, do you do mentorship? I don't have time for that, but I know someone who has time for that. And I push them to, so honestly, I send people to Noah's site, myflowmate.com, and he trains people per hour. So people ask me, hey, Nelson, can you teach me how to do stuff? I'm like, I don't got time. So I actually send them here to Noah, and people can book 30, 60, or 2 hours for his time, and he teaches them. But you know what? There's still more people, and there's probably there's other people who want to mentor other people. Like what you call it? What's his name? Bence. Like Bence might want to pay someone for help to learn how to get into web design, So I want to create this job board. So if you're interested to get on this for free before I launch it, to help me start ramping up this, DM me. I want to fill this up with real no-code people who will actually make videos explaining why they are real, why they like to help people create no-code projects, and yeah. So let's do it. Okay. Not sure how many clients will be comfortable doing a video. Good point. Good point, Steven. And so I thought about this when during the times when I would get client emails. They're like, hey, Nelson, can you do this? I'm like, okay. And then I listen, and then we have phone conversations. And just on phone, I feel like it's sketchy. And I'm not sure if this person's real. So from that point forward, I said, if the person isn't real enough to get on a video call with me, then I'm just denying the project. Like I want to work with someone who's a teammate. I don't want to work with just a client. I want to work with someone who's going to work with me, because building a website isn't just about, okay, give me the project and let me do it. Okay, here you go. No, it's two people who have to get together and make sure that they're on the same page the whole time, because I'm just there to fill this gap that this client needs. And so there's things that I can't do on my own that the client needs to do. So if I'm designing and then I have questions, well, I need that client to answer them. If I'm designing and I'm missing some assets, I need the client to give it to me. So it's a team game every time I do a project. And that's what I feel like is missing from a bunch of job boards that are just text or just images. It needs to be real people. And that's, yes, Noah's a real guy. So that's just my idea. And I don't know if it's going to work, but I mean, hopefully. Let's see here. Anything else? Let me see. Scroll up. Yeah, a video call is different from doing a video themselves about the project. Yeah. Wait. How come the chat box is working now? Now it's working. All right. Still learning this Streamlabs. Yeah. It's a concept. Hopefully, clients are willing to make a video and explain, because again, in my opinion, it streamlines the step of having that first awkward initial call of, all right, what's this project about? Tell me more about it. And then the client's like, okay, tell me more about you. And so you need to build that first step of trust, And so first step of trust, like whenever I get an email, I'm like, okay, let me research more about this person. Let me find this person on LinkedIn. Let me see if they have any other social media accounts. So their domain name or their email address. I'm going to see if they have a website. So I have to do all this research first before even seeing the person. I'd rather see everything right away and like, okay, this person's trustworthy. Seems like it. All right, let's have a call. I have only Facebook. I see you don't use that. Where should I DM you? You can email me, Bence. Go to my website. Here, I'll put my website. And then I have a contact form at the bottom of the homepage. Be awesome to see it through, man. Looking forward to it. Thank you. Richard, so would the no-coders be using any no-code project or strictly Webflow? Oh, the no-coders would use anything they want, anything in the no-code space. So in my collection, I have platforms. And it's like Gumroad, MemberStack, MemberSpace, Coda, Adalo, and anything that I can think of or what I've seen. But I'll add more if there's any more. VoiceFlow, Integromat, Zapier, Bubble, Webflow, so whatever. And then the tags are membership or training, building from scratch, a redesign or a website update or fixes. And then I'm going to have like no coders and clients. And then the status, is it an open, closed, or featured project? Yeah, super simple. Want to get it done probably, I don't know, in the next 2 weeks. Because there's still people out there that need projects done. And there's a lot of no coders out there who need projects to do. And to me, the what makes me happy is building. And I think that makes other no coders happy. But when there's nothing to build, sad times. So let's make happy times. I know some designers might complain about the initial $5. Yep, they will. But I don't want just anyone signing up for this, because I want to make sure that they're really serious. Okay. If anyone can sign up, I feel like this might go down the road of like a Craigslist or something, you know? I want to make sure people are real. So, but it's a concept. And just with any other type of startup or new app, you just got to throw it out there. You got to launch it. And if it fails, learn from it. I think it would be a great idea. Just lost 350 pounds to this client who claimed I didn't get him right over the phone. A video explainer would have been great to confirm and claim my money back. Okay, Sean, could you somehow go over how to include the JavaScript code in Webflow for a cool JavaScript library or some way to customize it at an advanced level? Sean, can you give me an example? Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. I need an example. And actually, let me see. Did anyone Streamlabs? Did it? I forgot how much was donated before. Well, if you did donate to streamlabs.com/pixelgeek, thank you so much. Sorry that the donation doesn't show up. It's supposed to. I'm still learning. This is my first time streaming on Streamlabs OBS. I will learn from this. It was a rough intro, but it was pretty cool. It had the countdown clock and whatnot. It was pretty nice. But yeah, we have about 12 minutes left. While I'm waiting for one last request or question, again, I want to take this time to say stay safe, stay at home. We are all connected. We only have one shot at this. You know, we are all the same. Inside, we are all the same, and this virus doesn't care who you are, where you live. The earth, nature, space, the universe doesn't care about us. We have to take care of each other. So please, think about your cleanliness. Think about all the people, not just around you who you see, but everyone else in the world. You know, when I don't want to take this down a notch, but when you see the news and seeing the number of deaths, to me, it's not a number. One is one too many, because that one person is not just one. That one person has a number of family members, a number of extended family members, a number of friends, a number of coworkers, and that's a whole community. of people, and it's sad. So 1 times however many souls we've lost is too much. So please, it's honestly, I'm scared, and I'm trying to do my best to follow the rules of being as clean as possible. And when I see other people just shrugging off and saying this is nothing, they're still having group gatherings thinking this is just a extended spring break or a very long summer break that starts in the spring, it gets me sad. Because what I do affects everyone. What everyone does affects me. So, I know, it's cliched. We're all in this together. It's cliched that, wash your hands, stay safe, stay home. But it's important, okay? So, please. Okay. And again, to be honest, I've been having lots of anxiety this week. And the uncertainty of it all. But ever since I was 13, what helped me be in my own world, which helped me, be happy and mentally stable, is building stuff on the web. Being a short little kid, I have a slow growth spurt. When I was 15 or something, I was still 4'11". I had a late growth spurt. And so, yes, I would get picked on. And I was more happy to be home in front of a computer building something on GeoCities, building something in Flash, building something in Dreamweaver. That was my happy place. Webflow and the no-code community is now one of my happy places, and I'm glad you're here, being safe and at home. And so anytime that I can find myself building, it makes me happy. But then after it's the world is very loud right now. So again, thank you for being here. Let's take care of each other. All right, I'm done with this. Saw some Streamlab donations show up on the live stream. Did I miss them? How come I don't see them on my mini feed? So here's what I'm seeing. Are you seeing my... See, this is what I'm seeing. 13 hours ago. I don't get it. Skip alert. Mute event sounds. Like pause. Play. How do I refresh this? I don't understand the things. Whatever. Well, if you donated, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, last question from Fournier. Can you layer a notice bar underneath a nav bar? I'm having trouble with the separation of different blocks. What? Not sure what you mean. Put this under. So I'm going to copy. Oops. So I'm going to copy this and paste it here and put it here. And okay, so instead of being position fixed on the notice wrapper, I can just do a position static, and there we go. And if I preview, there we go. Is that what you're talking about? Looks like I have 6 more minutes, so I can keep going. Elchin, any internal information if Webflow is planning to develop a customer account page for e-commerce? Many of my customers are asking for it. So, internal information about Webflow. Here's what I can say about this. So, that's what we're doing. Right? Isn't it amazing? So yeah, that's what I can tell you right now. But another thing is maybe try using MemberStack. I don't know if that'll work. But yeah. So again, we're doing a lot behind the scenes. Like this next you know what I mean? Amazing stuff that we're working on. So man, so I know that's already a lot to talk about. Just don't tell anyone I said anything, okay? So just keep it between you and me. Let's see here. Is there a way to create solution finders, assessment, or quizzes natively? There's not a way to do that yet, Richard. Because that takes a lot of logic and I would strongly suggest using Typeform or a different platform and then embedding that into your Webflow project instead, because they do it better until Webflow creates its own. Thank you, Hillary. I appreciate you for being here. Super Arthur, yes, stay safe. I enjoy you as well. Richard can read lips. Go ahead, play the playback and tell me what I'm saying. DM me to bid on the info. Yeah, it's really great to stream with you all, and to be here with you. Again, my happy place. Let's do it next week, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time, and we'll just do this from now on because it's a nice, safe quarantine way to pass the time and learn something new. Okay. Lastly, if you want to donate, streamlabs.com/pixelgeek. If you want to donate to me directly, I'm not asking for it, but I'm just letting you know there's a super chat button. So if there's a $sign in the chat box, you can click on that, donate directly to me. But I would suggest going to Streamlabs and doing it anyway. Yeah, if you want to follow me, it's at my Twitter account at the Pixel Geek. I'm tweeting all the time. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, do so. Click the like button, leave comments, click the notification bell, all the things. And I'm trying to make as many videos as possible. One of the biggest videos I'm trying to get done is Richard, you rock, man. Thank you so much. Oh, it showed up. Thank you. Donation links, please. Yeah, sure. There's https streamlabs.com/pixelgeek or that dollar symbol in your chat box. You choose. Hope to post this to your channel. Great content. Oh, and another thing, I'll be taking clips from this stream and putting them onto my YouTube channel, so that way you don't have to scrub through this live stream recording, unless you want to. It's up to you. Yeah, I think that's about it. We're done. Please, what are you asking for, Sean? Just open it. Open what? I will pay you $20. Open what? I don't know what you're talking about, Sean. And you don't have to pay me anything. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. One more minute. Okay, well, thank you all so much. Richard, it was nice to see you. Nice to see everyone in the live chat room. See you next week. And as always, make the web beautiful together. See ya.